Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Keith here from Command the Hoop Celtic. This is your first time coming across the channel. If you could press that subscribe button below, a thumbs up or a comment below would be really appreciated. So let's talk about it. Leigh Griffiths, the talk of the town, the talk of social media, the talk of Celtic at the moment, and Dundee. He's currently on loan at Dundee FC until the end of the season. There's been reports coming out from Dundee and other sources that they're looking to terminate his loan move and send him back to Celtic in this window. To be honest with you, I'm shocked, but at the same time, I'm like, he hasn't been up to standard. 2 goals in 14 appearances for Dundee. Both of them came against Aberdeen as well. One of the goals was an absolute crack of a free kick, but where does this stand for Leigh Griffiths' future? That's the question mark. So I put the question to my Instagram followers this morning. Does Leigh Griffiths have a future at Celtic? 87% of people said no. No. So there's a couple of scenarios the way this can go. There's 3 scenarios it can go. First one, he comes back and might give him a chance. And gave him a new contract in the summer when his contract was almost up. He gave him a new contract. There was a lot of stuff going off the field with social media. He was cleared of that. And then a couple of weeks later, he was loaned out to Dundee FC. I was like, you know what this is? It's stepping stone. I'll get him in the right direction. Might get him back in the Scottish team. He could get about 15 goals up there, and he's on 2 goals in January. He's not the sharpest as he was. He's 31 years of age. You know, he's been a massive part of my life watching Celtic over the last 10 years, like yourself. Been an invincible, scoring 40 goals in Ronnie Doyle's season as well. Came in for under 2 million from Wolves back in 2014. And 124 goals as well. Treble winner, and also scored in the quad treble final as well against Hearts. And you could give him a chance. I can't see him getting in there, to be honest with you, because you got the likes of Kyogo in front of him. Maeda's at the coming in. Abada can play in the centre. Jota, Giakoumakis and Yeti. So where does he go? Where is he in the pecking order? I don't think he has a chance, to be honest with you. I think it's time that Leigh moves on with the club. I wish him the very best. Unfortunately, it just hasn't been Leigh for the last 3 years on and off the pitch. And you have to give him some sort of respect that he kept trying to come back and bounce back. And unfortunately, it hasn't worked out for him. And maybe he just needs to go to a lower team. A lower tier team. Focus on his family and focus on whatever he needs to do to get him to the Leigh Griffiths he once was. People are saying Hibs. I can't see him going to Hibs. I don't think Hibs look at the amount of minutes he's played over 3 years. If Sean Maloney, his former teammate, is going to work with him, his former teammate at the Scotland national team, never say never. Depends on if they get rid of Nesbitt or Boyle. There's Boyle talks of Celtic. I've done a video on it. Go through the channel, you'll see it. I just can't see him and his Celtic career kicking off again. You know, like under Lenny, he looked unfit. Neil Lennon said he wasn't getting much game time. Scored a couple of goals last season. His link-up play with Edouard the previous season when we won 9 was remarkable. It was Stokes as well over the years was remarkable. I just think the ship has sailed on Leigh Griffiths. I think it's time for Leigh, for Celtic, for parties just to cut ties. And I wish him the very best, you know. A lot of people are frustrated. A lot of people say, get the fuck, he needs to go, and he's done fuck all, he's a liability, he's deadwood, and he's this. I think that's very harsh on a player that's delivered success for us over the last 10 years, and I think that's absolutely disgusting behaviour for people to think that. I understand they're frustrated, but at the same time, he's a professional footballer. Yes, he hasn't been at the races. You know, give him some slack. Some people might say we give him enough slack. And there's frustration out there, and I can understand that. You're at a high profile club like Celtic. We want the best out of our strikers. We want the best. We want them to come back and bounce back. And there's some people feel there's too many chances there, and it's been tarnished. So, does he have hope at Celtic? Let me know. You could be one of them people that say, you know what, you get him fully fit, get him on that pitch, he can make a difference in derby games and crucial games. But he hasn't really done it this season for Dundee. So, you know, there is the remarkable words of form is temporary, class is permanent, but I've been hoping for this the last 2 years with Leigh, unfortunately, and it hasn't worked out. And I'm gutted for him. I really am. So, let's see. You might prove me wrong. You might prove the 87% of people that voted no, he doesn't have a future. You might prove you wrong if you're one of them people and he might come back and bounce back. If he does, he does. But I've said this numerous times over the last 2 years. I want to come back and bounce back. But this time around, I just want him to leave Celtic. And I hope he just goes on to some capacity, playing for the team where he's hitting goals, or he might go into coaching capacity. I don't know. I don't know Leigh personally, and I wish him the very best. So subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you think about the whole Leigh Griffiths going back to Celtic in January. This month. Do you think it's embarrassing for him, or just Leigh or Dundee FC looking at other options to save them from being relegated? Let me know, and I'll speak to you all soon.